What's up guys, Zeenigami here, and let's go through the Chaos Difficulty Kyros Coliseum on the Japanese version of One Piece Treasure Cruise. Kyros is, round 1 of Kyros is gonna be versus Tamago, or Dr. Eggman. Tamago has 3.5 million hit points, he is an int character. He's going to have debuff protection, and is going to attack for about 9,700 every 2 turns. So we're going to be using a Gear 4 Luffy and Chopper fighter team, because why not? Remember, once again, that if you're seeing me use the Vanderdecken ship, you can use any other ship that works better for you. The only reason I'm using the Vanderdecken is because he gives me extra experience points at the end of a run. So yes, that message right there, by the way, is a notice that certain characters are going to have slightly boosted stats. Those are basically the characters in the most recent Sugo Fest. It's something that they do, that if you're using a character in the most recent Sugo Fest, they get their stats boosted by 25%. That's like Nekomamushi and a bunch of other characters. This is not going to be a permanent boost. It's just something to help encourage you use those new characters you might not have used before. And Tamago, once again, 3.5 million hit points. He attacks every 2 turns for 9,700 damage, has 99 turns of debuff protection. All we're going to do is we're going to attack him for the first few turns. We're going to get his health a little bit lower. You can't just burst him. You can totally kill him in 1 turn using Gear 4 specials and everything. But I'm just going to play it safe to just show you if you're using a weaker team, or if you're bad at hitting perfects and mess up like that or something like that. So we're going to get him close to 50% health. You can start using Gear 4 whenever you want to reduce damage from an attack, so I could use like Gear 4 now if I wanted to. But remember that Gear 4 will make any orbs that are not blue orbs count as matching, which means on my blue characters like Sanji and Bellamy, I have guaranteed matching orbs when I use Gear 4. But on my other characters, I'll have to see if I get non-blue orbs. And if you use Garp Special, you're guaranteed fully matching orbs on all of your characters, which is really nice. And don't forget the Gear for Luffy's special also reduces how much damage you'll take on that turn. So he's about half health. We're going to use Gear for Luffy special. Oh, let's just burst him. Remember to use Gear for Luffy special before Bellamy special, because he used Bellamy special, even though he cuts health by 10%, he has a yellow and purple orb count as matching beneficial boost, which will overwrite Luffy's. Not overwrite, but will take precedence over Gear 4 Luffy special. So you want to use Luffy before that. You can also use Sabo special before your burst turn to help you do a little bit of damage before your burst. And Sanji, of course, can be replaced with any type booster at all. And after that, if you hit all your perfects, you'll do like 4 million damage, which is more damage than he even has. Round 2 is gonna be versus Hack. Hack is a strength character. He is going to preemptively boost your orbs by a tiny amount. It's only 1.25 times. So we're gonna be using a Cabbage Friend Captain. That way Cabbage Special will clear our buffs, and that way we can use his buffs in order to hurt things. Gonna be using a Enel team with Cabbage Friend Captain, so that way we can heal up a lot. Remember, if you're using Enel, your specials don't really matter since you can stall for as long as you want, and then Cabbage is gonna be doing a lot of the heavy lifting. Hack has 4.1 million hit points. Below 50%, he's gonna boost his own attack and start hitting for harder. He'll normally attacks for 11,000, so what we're gonna do is we're just going to attack for the first 2 turns. There is that weak orb boost. We can use Cabbage Special and start hurting him and get him close to 50%, and then use like Enel and Bellamy for a larger boost after that. That's one option. But what we're gonna do is probably just attack. Yeah, let's you know what? Let's use Cabbage first. We're gonna save the Mihawk until after we get him close to 50%. So thanks to Cabbage, we have gotten rid of the boost. Don't forget that you, if you're using the same team I am, can use Alvida special to reduce the amount of damage taken from one attack. And that's him below 50%. So, since I already put him below 50%, let's just go all in. Let's just go all in. When he enrages, he only attacks for 22,000. So Alvida special will still keep us alive, even if I mess this up. You could play it slow Or you can just kill him in 2 turns. That works too. Round 3 is versus Caesar. Caesar is a Dex character, which means that Akainu, of course, will make him very, very easy. We're going to be using a Akainu Strength team with Blackbeard as our captain. The only thing you want to do is not bring any free spirit characters, because Caesar is going to preemptively silence any free spirit characters for 5 turns. So you'll either have to use a silence remover if you want to use free spirit team, or even easier, just not bring any free spirit characters at all. Caesar is going to preemptively silence any of our free spirit characters and also prevents the bust to himself for 99 turns. Below 50%, he'll poison us for 3,000 damage every single turn. We're not really going to be using Blackbeard special. We're just using Blackbeard instead of 5+ Luffy because there's not really any good reason to use Blackbeard over 5+ Luffy, or the other way around. If you had your Raid Boss Akainu special ready by now, he would be amazing to use and would make this very, very easy. But we don't, so we're going to be using our other specials. Kuma for our orb boost. Zephyr will cut our health, but most importantly, will give us a 1.75 times type boost. Pika can also be used to cut his health and help give you matching orbs. So we got a type boost, orb boost, and Pika's, which you should use Pika before the rest, but oh well. And we're going to be saving a Akainu special until after the revive. And remember that even though you cut your own health, Blackbeard special will only work on enemy cut health, so you cannot use your Blackbeard special to deal damage, even though you lost health, because it only counts health that enemies deal to you. So Caesar will revive, and he'll summon dudes around him. They have about 100,000 hit points, 100,000 hit points. Your Akainu special will kill them all, and I did not get any extra orbs. Kind of wanted at least one on one of these guys. I mean, how'd you give me nothing? Let's. That percent damage reduction is really what I'm worried about. It is let's say about 50% damage reduction, so I want at least 3 matching orbs. At least not badly matching orbs, Akainu, come on. So we will redo that. If you had your Raid Boss Akainu special, you could save Raid Boss Akainu for the revive, so that way you are guaranteed fully matching orbs, and of course you get that affinity boost as well. And you can always bring someone else to, instead of Raid Boss Akainu, bring an orb booster or a second type booster. Bringing someone like Frankie, or bringing someone that's Stronghold Frankie, or bringing someone to just help manipulate orbs like Beppo, or but as long as they're not free spirit. Just don't bring free spirit in that spot, which I believe Beppo and Frankie are both free spirits. I don't know why I mentioned them. So we're back in, and we get to reuse our specials. Let's not make our orbs worse. Why are you making orbs worse, Akainu? Well, alright, let's just go for it, and if we die, we die. Yeah, totes my goats. Totally fine. You gotta trust in how amazingly strong Akainu is. Still, would have been nice to have another orb just to feel safe. I didn't need. Just 2 orbs is fine. Round 4 is gonna be versus Viola. Viola is a side character, but she's going to have 3 bodyguards in front of her that she is going to force you to target first, so you're going to have to kill those 3 bodyguards, and then you can kill Viola. We're going to be using a 6-star Sanji friend captain, and Viola is going to preemptively give you almost fully quick orbs, because she is going to greatly increase your rate of quick orbs and then shuffle your orbs whenever you show up. So using 6-star Sanji's captain ability, or special ability, we're going to be able to get guaranteed matching orbs on 1, 2, and 3, and then maybe 1 or 2 if we get lucky and we get some non-quick orbs. But basically the 3 guaranteed orbs we want are, well, the only 2 that we really care about the most are Sanji and Purple Dofi, just because. The rest are going to help deal damage to her and cut her health. Against Viola, don't forget on stage 4 to jump Sanji into the air, so that way you get Sanji's boosted attack on the first turn. Viola has 3.5 million hit points, attacks every turn for 6,000. There are our blue orbs that we get, and we got all blue orbs. So we're going to be using Sanji and Frankie specials, they both are type boosts, so you can choose whichever one to do. If you use Sanji, you're going to do more damage with just Sanji, and not less, but you won't have the rest of the characters boosted. Frankie will boost everybody, but your last Sanji won't be hitting as hard. But we'll just use the reason we're using Frankie is mostly for his damage. Sanji's gotta have like so many animations. And then we use Frankie's attack to help clear out the rest of those ladies. Doflamingo for the orb boost, and we only have 3 matching orbs anyways, and Sabo to give us a little bit more damage, and might as well use Luffy. Good to go. After that, attack, 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 ending on the Sanji because I use Sanji special, not Frankie. And no matter what, you would want to end on the Sanji anyways, because with Sanji jumped into the air, that's a pretty huge damage boost to Sanji. Boom, 3.5 million with just Sanji anyways. And on round 5 of Kyros, round 5, the only free-to-play team that I've really seen so far is people using this team. It uses Nekomamushi and a bunch of striker characters, but the thing... Oh, do I not even have a Nekomamushi friend captain up? Okay, pretend like this Shirahoshi is Nekomamushi. You need a Nekomamushi friend captain, and then you use this striker team, except also using the striker ship, because that's going to be better for this team. Machvise is going to be the big hinge pin of this team. Is you need his cooldown low enough so that we can use at least the stage 2 on the final boss. Although if you have the stage 3, that's going to... Actually, no, you need the stage 3 because you need the 1.75 times affinity boost. So you need to be able to use stage 3 of Machvise's special ability on the final stage. But since I have a 31 turn cooldown, that's not going to happen. Especially since you're using Killer Captain, you're not going to be able to recover with your recovery orbs. This team is pretty heavy. But your Killer, Hawkins, Aokiji, Smoker, you're gonna use no specials on the third boss. You're gonna use Killer special and then lock 'em on the third boss. Actually, you're gonna use Killer, Smoker, and Aokiji. Yeah, Killer, Smoker, and Aokiji on the third boss. And then on the final boss, you're gonna use Machvise. If you don't kill the fourth boss, you're going to use Hawkins there. And then on the final boss, you use Nekomamushi special, Machvise special, and you still have Aokiji special, and then you'll be able to kill it. But for our team, since we're going to be doing it, don't hit OK, because that means I would use the wrong team. We're going to be using a 6-star Zoro team. 6-star Zoro, 6-star Zoro, Onigumo, Int Mihawk. You need the Int Mihawk here. Onigumo can be replaced with someone who can help make your blue orbs into matching orbs or locking orbs. So if you have the Dex 5+ Brook, you can use him here. That way it's a little bit easier to make. Dex 5+ Brook, you would use it after Killer Special to lock your orbs, to keep your orbs for the next stage. And then after that, Int Mihawk and a Big Burst will kill the Kyros. Otherwise, Onigumo will also work and also make stage 4 easier. Int Mihawk is necessary, and you're not going to be able to use Dex Mihawk special because if you use a health cutting special against Kyros, Kyros will heal back to full. Stage 3, we're going to get one mini boss, either Tamago, Hack, or Caesar. You want to try to get some matching orbs, of course, whenever you go into here. Against Tamago, he is going to put up his defense boosts below 50% and below 20%. Even if he puts up his defense boosts, you'll still be able to kill him, but you want to take him down in one turn if at all possible. Otherwise, you want to get him above 50%, and then after that, burst him down. So even if it's not his turn to attack, he will still put up those defense boosts. So I'm going to see if I can kill him in one turn here. I think I can do it. Yeah, totally. Alright, excellent. So with the one turn kill there, that will give us a lot more health, which isn't necessary, but is very nice. On the... if you get Hack or if you get Caesar, Hack is probably the hardest one for this team because you have a lot of Dex characters, so you want to look for matching orbs on your purple if you can. Hack has 600,000 hit points. You'll want to get him as low as possible and kill him while avoiding his below 50% health, because below 50% health, he'll start cutting your health by 30%. And against the Caesar, he'll revive. Even if you get poisoned by Caesar, you can still pull it off. You're going to need about 10,000. No, you only need enough hit points to take one hit from Kyros, so you only need 7,000 hit points with this team. So this team, we're going to use Killer Special. It'll cut health and also give us matching orbs. We're going to use a Zoro Special. Both of our Zoros have 100 attack cotton candy, which means we'll kill 2 of them, and this one will still be left with a little bit of health. And those are the only 2 specials we are going to use here. Our Int Mihawk has to be on a 4-turn attack timer. No, 4-turn special timer, or else you're not going to be able to do it. And start with your Dex and end on your purples, and you'll have more than enough damage to kill the Viola. If you're using a 5+ Brook, it's going to be a little bit closer, but if you're using Onigumo Int Mihawk, that's going to be a very easy kill there. Against Kyros, Kyros has 7 million hit points, or 6.9. That number actually matters a lot, because there are some teams that are literally just scraping by whether or not they can kill him. So with this team, if you use the Brook, you would still have fully matching orbs. We're going to be using Onigumo Special here. Do not use health cutting specials, because if you use a health cutting special, he will heal back up to full, so Dex Mihawk would be useless against Kyros. He will lock your chain to 1.5. So if you use a raid boss Hancock, on the same turn you beat stage 4, you won't have that boost. That's one way to get over it. Use raid boss Hancock on the previous stage whenever you beat it, and then when you get into here, that'll be gone. The ideal way to do it is using Coliseum Machvise, who will be able to remove that entirely on his stage 2 special. So that's going to be really big. There's also healing removal, or no healing at all debuff, which you can use Rare Recruit Kobe, and you can zombie your way through this island, but then again, you need Rare Recruit Kobe, and you'll be using a very slow team. You still have the increased rate of blue ores, which is going to only help Onigumo. And here we're going to burst right away, and we are going to do a little under 5 million hit points with our attacks, and after that, using Int Mihawk Special, we'll be able to finish him off. Alright, there we go. Below 20%, he'll attack for 100,000 damage, and after that first attack, he'll start cutting your health by 50% and then attacking, so your health is going to start dropping very, very quickly. And there you go. Actually, I think that's after... Yeah, that's actually after under 20%. So after under 20%, after that 100,000 damage attack, then he starts cutting your health by 50% and attacking. Otherwise, he'll attack every single turn just for 7,000 damage. So, Kyros... after all that work, after using a team that isn't even free to play, how good is Kyros? Kyros is a blue powerhouse striker. Let's pull him up here. Kyros, where are you? Sort by get date. Kyros is a blue powerhouse striker. His max attack goes up to 1,390, which is pretty good. His captain ability boosts the health of strikers by 1.2. And if you're below 30% health, boost the attack of strikers by 2.75. Otherwise, he is at least always a 2.25 times attack boost for strikers. So that's a pretty good captain ability. That's his evolved version, not this version here. So once evolved, gives you a health boost for strikers and also a pretty big attack boost if you're below 30%. Otherwise, a good attack boost above 30%. So that's a really, really nice captain ability. His special ability will always give you... always change adjacent orbs into matching, and it goes all the way down to a 6-turn cooldown, so that's really nice, adjacent orbs into matching. And if you're above 70% health, then he'll boost the orb effectiveness of striker and powerhouse characters by 1.5 times for 1 turn. And that does not stack, so if you're a powerhouse striker, you don't get like double dipping on that. So it's a normal orb boost for powerhouse and strikers above 70% health, which does not work with his captain ability, but it's at least always guaranteed 3 matching orbs for the characters adjacent to him, which is nice. Anything that guarantees matching orbs is always going to be useful special, and on a 6-turn cooldown, that's very, very useful. Once evolved, he also has 5 sockets, which is very nice. If you can farm him, he's a great character, but that is a really, really difficult stage to get through. I've been Zeenigami. Thank you so much for watching. Good luck, and y'all stay beautiful.